Good afternoon, sponsors. This week's we're going to talk about topic of the Beatitudes, and we have 4 sharing questions we will just share with you. And I decided to share about these 4 questions and how it applies to my life to help to start everyone off. So I actually flashed the Beatitudes, 8 Beatitudes, all at the side of these slides. So for me, give example how you leave the 2 Beatitudes, which come easier, which is difficult. I think let's answer all the questions together. I think all 8 to me, I'm trying my very best to live up to them, and some are easy, some are really difficult. So blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And I think that's easy for me, because for me I always look at, sometimes can be negative, and I always feel that I'm low, and I always hope that I can find my peace and my hope in the kingdom. Of course, that's not the true meaning of the Beatitudes, but for me, I find that when I'm low and I'm humble, when I ask from God, I think that is where I really found the true peace. And it's sometimes very easy for me to feel low and to seek God in that way, especially when I'm down. So this is relatively easy for me. And another one that will be easy for me is, blessed are the peacemaker, for they will be called children of God. I'm very much into conflict avoidance, and I really try to find, for me it's very natural and very easy for me to find trying to agree, trying to make people satisfied, happy, and be peaceful, and not so much about fighting to win an argument. So very much into trying to keep everyone in place. So this relatively will be easy for me. Okay, so both are about, I think for me both is very about humbling. Slightly easier for me to be humble in front of people. Family members is sometimes a different story, but I try my best to do that, so it's relatively easy. And what will be difficult will be really about forgiveness, or blessed are the merciful, and blessed are the pure in heart. Sometimes a lot of negative thoughts and unhappiness about unfairness is always in my heart. So trying to be merciful and trying to be pure in heart, to really love my enemy, love other people, and forgive, and not to avoid them, but to really go approach them and be with them. I think that is very difficult for me. Of course, there are some other Beatitudes. Blessed are the meek, and blessed are those who persecuted for righteousness' sake. I think it's relatively difficult for me to forgive. I think that is what I'm trying to do, and trying to let go of that. So that is one of my biggest struggles, and how I live out my Beatitudes. So for me, if I give an example and what come easy and what come difficult, and what do you think life would be different for someone living life at 10 Commandments and living the Beatitudes? I think the word that is on my mind for the past 2 days is really peace and joy. And I think I've shared many times that this is what I'm really been seeking out for. And every time when I reflect on the Beatitudes, reflect on the 10 Commandments, reflect on God's teaching, these 2 words will definitely come out for me. And I always believe that by having God in my life, by following, really the peace will come. When I go my way, when I forget about God, when I forget about teaching, the peace and the love, peace and joy is so far away from me. And I really hope that I will continue to be able to follow Christ and to lead His teaching, follow His teaching, and I hope the same for all of you. And I hope my sharing is able to help all of you all in a way to inspire you all to trigger some thoughts for your own sharing and for your own reflection. Amen. I pray that all you have a good sharing. Peace be with you. Amen.